There was a farmer. Once he planted his crops, and soon after this, a sparrow built her nest in between fields. Just after some time, the sparrow laid eggs in the nest. Soon, little sparrows came out of those eggs and started to live happily with their mother sparrow. The sparrow used to go daily in the forest to feed her children. One day, when she returned from the forest, she found that her children were terrified. She asked them what had happened to my children. Why are you so scared? They said, Mother, the farmer came here today and he was talking about harvesting. He said that tomorrow he would send his sons to cut the crops. Then they said, Mother, where shall we go after crops has been cut? We are not even able to fly right now. After listening to her children, the mother sparrow said, Don't worry, my children. Nobody will come tomorrow to cut the crops. So please don't be afraid. The next day, it exactly happened as the mother sparrow said. No one came there to cut the crops. Many days passed like this, but no one came to cut the crops. Everything was going well. Sparrow's children were very happy. One day, when Mother Sparrow returned from the forest, she was again shocked to see her children's faces. They were so scared. Again, Mother Sparrow asked them the reason behind their fear. They said, Oh mother, the farmer came here today and was talking about crop harvesting again. Today he was saying that tomorrow he will send the laborers to cut the crops. After listening to them, Mother Sparrow again said, Don't worry, my children. No one will come tomorrow to harvest the crops. The next day again, same happened as the Mother Sparrow said. No one came there to cut the crops. Many days passed like this. Again one day, when Mother Sparrow came back from the forest, her children said, Mother, today the farmer again came and he was talking about harvesting crops. But as usual, we know that no one will come here to harvest the crops. The Mother Sparrow asked her children to explain the whole incident. The children said, Mother, today again farmer came here and he was saying that he has wasted a lot of his time depending upon others. And he said that tomorrow he will come to cut the crops by himself. After listening to this, the Mother Sparrow got worried. She said, Children, we will have to leave this place immediately and make our nest in another place because tomorrow the farmer will definitely come to harvest the crops. The children said to their mother that the farmer had been saying this for the last several days, but every time no one came for harvesting. Why are you sure that this time farmer will come for harvesting? The Mother Sparrow said that for the first time, farmer was dependent on his sons to complete the work. The second time, he was dependent on the laborers to get the work done. And when you depend on others to get your work done, your work can never be completed. But he has decided to do it himself this time. Therefore, tomorrow, he will definitely come and harvest his crops. The children were able to fly by now. They all flew away from there and made their nest in another place. The next day, the farmer came to the fields and started harvesting. But by then, the bird and its children had left the fields. If we see in our lives, we will find those who depend on others for their work is never completed. In fact, relying on others for your work is laziness. But it also does not mean you should not take anyone's help. It is not wrong to ask for help, but if one wants to start any work or do it on time, then that work should be done by oneself, because self-help is always respected. Others help those who help themselves, but it is wrong to be entirely dependent on others for your work. Therefore, if you have any dream, never depend on others to fulfill it. Instead, do it yourself and you will always be successful.